Welcome everyone to my first ever class from home. This is my living room. These are my beautiful indoor plants that I have recruited to make a nice little backdrop for us today. I'm going to mention that there won't be any music playing over this video because of copyright issues, and I'm not kind of willing to take the risk of Instagram taking down the video because there's music playing over the top. However, to get around that, I have made up a playlist for you guys in Spotify, which I'll put the details for in the notes of this video. That's the international symbol for notes, yeah? So I'll make sure that my Spotify account is public and you'll be able to find the playlist to go with this video if you want to play along with that. You of course don't have to have music, and you can use whatever music you like. Absolutely fine. So I just want to reiterate to you that these classes are purely just for you to move your body. I'm not going to be talking about trying to achieve anything other than just mindful movement, breath, and connecting to your body. My classes are not about hitting a certain weight loss or weight gain goal. They're not about hitting a particular fitness goal necessarily. And I'm certainly not here to tell you how to get a quote unquote bikini body or anything like that. That's not where I come from in terms of my movement practice. So if you're after that, I apologise. I'm sure there's plenty of people on Instagram doing that for you. Here I'm all about connection and really focusing on your own practice, your body, your movement. I'm going to offer as many modifications as I can possibly think of as we move through, but I don't want to complicate it too much because I'm only going to be doing this for about 30 minutes, and because I can't see you guys, I can't pinpoint specific modifications. So if you have any questions at the end of the session, feel free to either send me a DM or ask a question in the notes of the video, in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. In saying that, please take the class at your own pace. The beauty of video is you can pause it if you want to have a break and then come back. You don't have to miss anything. And of course, you can stop it if you need to rest and come back later. I'm not going to know if you've stopped, so I could end up talking to nobody. So yeah, we're going to get started. I'm just going to start my music. It's going to be really low just so I can hear what I'm up to and where I'm at in the class. Don't feel like you have to try and match the music to a specific exercise or anything like that. I'm going to try and do that, but generally that's not how I run my classes anyway. I have no rhythm really. I'm not a dancer, but I do my best. Sometimes I it's a coincidence if I can get music and movement to hit the right beat. All right, so no pressure there. We're going to start today in a child's pose. So you're going to send your bottom back towards your heels and reach your arms out long and just let your forehead come down to the floor. I'm going to try and keep my head up as much as I can because I don't have my microphone, because normally I attach it to my phone. So I'm hoping that the sound comes out okay on this. So we're going to reach the arms long, forehead down on the floor, sinking your hips back to your heels. Breathing here into your ribs. So if you can, rib cage expanding open towards the ceiling and out to the sides of the room. And then exhale, relax everything down. So I'm keeping my head up so you can hear my voice, but please feel free to drop your head all the way to your mat. Finding your breath. Next inhale, I want you to slide your hands towards your knees and then press yourself up into a nice high kneeling position. Circle your arms nice and wide, draw the belly in, and then bring the hands back out in front, diving into your child's pose. One more, rounding up, find your high kneeling position, reach to the ceiling, and fold. Slowly rounding up one last time, reach to the ceiling, holding here, and then go for a little rotation. So you're going to bring your left hand forward, your right arm back, And then sink your hips down to your heels. Right hand will hit the floor. Left arm's going to reach up and you'll lift your hips, so squeezing your bum, not pushing your rib cage up and arching the spine, but squeezing your butt to open your left hip especially. And then lowering down, windmill the hands to the floor, find your child's pose. And then slowly rounding up, reach to the ceiling, inhale, twisting to the left. Sink the hips down, left hand lands, and then pressing up. Now if this is too much for you, keep the hips down and just lift that shoulder and that arm to the ceiling, totally fine. And then we'll all come down to our heels, cartwheel the hands to the floor. One more time, let's round it up, reach. We're going to keep the hips up this time and just fold forward, hands to the floor, finding your 4-point kneeling. So knees directly underneath the hips, hands underneath those shoulders. Let's go for a little circle. We're going to circle around through the wrists. So you're just moving your chest around the hands. Being really gentle here. Wrists and forearms can feel a little bit tender, especially if you're always working on a computer. If it feels okay, flip your hand around so fingertips face back towards you. Just doing one hand at a time, it can feel a bit intense doing both at once. And then flip it, take it to the other side. Make them as small as you like. And then bringing that hand back, facing forward. Maybe sending your hips back and finding a child's pose, tenting your fingertips, so wrists are extending here, or they're flexing. Anyway, fingertips down, wrists lifted. And then flattening the palms down, come all the way up. Walk the knees back slightly here. Ripple yourself forward, lowering the thighs, the pelvis, and the belly, the chest, down to the floor. Hands underneath your shoulders. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Press down through the tops of the feet and the thighs. And then just lift yourself up, peeling the torso off the floor. Straightening through the elbows. And then bend. Exhale, press. And bend. Now watching here, you're not just going into a back bend and dumping into your lower back. You want to keep your belly slightly lifted back towards your spine to protect the lower back. So here we're just really trying to work through the triceps, which hopefully you're feeling by now. I am. Next time you press up, hold it here and then send your bum back to your heels. I should mention that if you are pregnant and coming down to your belly does not suit you, I want you to do that one with your knees underneath your hips and you're doing tricep presses like this. Yeah. Okay, so we're back in our child's pose, maybe tenting the fingertips. And then you'll ripple back forward to your 4-point kneeling. We're going to tap those toes, draw the belly in, take a nice big inhale, and then exhale. Lift your knees just an inch off the floor, that's probably more of an inch, maybe half a foot, and then lower down. Little lift, little lower. Now, as the knees land, can you keep a hold of your belly? So drawing the belly in and thinking of your ribs closing down to your hips. So your spine stays nice and long, your oblique muscles holding that spine nice and long. Let's do 2. Last one, hold here, and then press your hips high, straighten the knees, finding your down dog. Go for a little pedal of the feet. If you need to adjust your feet, walk them in or out slightly, go for it. For 3, for 2. Last one, take your feet a little wider, maybe as wide as your mat. We're going to reach that right arm underneath towards your left leg, and then pull your chest underneath your underarm. Taking your arm back, your hand back to the floor, and then left hand to right leg. Remember, it can be your ankle, your knee, or your thigh. You're pressing your chest underneath your arm. And then bringing your hand back to the floor, walk your feet back to about hip distance apart. Remembering your hips probably aren't as wide as you think they are. And then we're going to ripple forward, find your plank here. Holding 3, 2, 1, drop your knees, child's pose. Immediately ripple forward. Pregnant ladies, I'd love you to come down onto your side straight away, onto your right side. Everyone else is going to come down to your belly. Take your right arm out on the diagonal. Lift your left knee up and over and finding a little twist here. So opening through the shoulder and through the left hip. Of course, if you're mirroring me, this is your right hip. Don't worry if you're getting the side wrong, because we'll always repeat on the other side. If this feels really icky for your shoulder, bring your arm more to a 90-degree angle at your body as opposed to a bigger angle there. And then slowly coming back and rolling over, left arm reaching to the diagonal, right knee bent. Now if you can't get your foot to land, like on this side, I'm finding it really hard, you can just let the leg hang in the air, that's fine. You should really feel this stretch through the armpit, the front of the chest and the shoulder. And then slowly coming back through center, hands underneath the shoulders. Let's press up, back to a child's pose. And then slowly round yourself up. Find yourself in a kneeling position. So here, going into a little bit of thigh dancing. You're going to reach the arms out in front, like you're hugging a big tree. And then you're going to take a nice big inhale. Exhale, press yourself up, squeeze your butt, squeeze the front of your thighs. Bring your hands down by your side. And then lower down, arms in front. Exhale, press up. Inhale, lower. So I'm just going to turn around here and show you. You can have your knees wide and your feet back together. So kind of creating like a little tripod for yourself. The knees don't have to be that wide, that's a bit uncomfortable. A little bit narrower. It just gives you a little bit of a bigger foundation. Exhale up. Inhale down. I'm going to turn back around. All right, let's do 2 more. Next time you're up, hold it here. Beautiful. Reach your arms out in front. Nice and strong through the belly, through the thighs and through your butt. Let's just go for a little halfway lower of the bum. Squeeze to lift. Little halfway lower. Squeeze to lift. Nice and slow. If you like, arms reach up overhead. Come down in front of the chest. Arms reach up and lower down. We've got 5, 4, checking in with your breath, 3, 2, last one. You're gonna hold that halfway lower. Beautiful. We're going for a little sway of the hips to the right, center, to the left, center. So I'll turn around and show you here in case you have no idea what I'm talking about. Holding low, we're going little hip sway, center, little hip sway, center, little sway, center. Really slow. Just for 2. If you're listening to my playlist, we're on a very slow song right now. Come all the way up. Beautiful. And then fold forward. I'll turn back around sideways. Here we go. Slowly coming up. Finding your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees are back underneath your hips. Let's tuck toes. We're going to lift those knees just off the floor, send your hips high, and find your down dog. Pedal through the feet, and then taking your right leg to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. Let's bend the knee and open the hip. Try to keep your chest square to the floor. And then as you come forward, draw your knee in towards your elbow. So same side, right elbow. And then send it back. Knee to elbow. Send it back. 2 more, knee to elbow. Send it back. This time, hold it. Drop your right knee to the floor. Twizzle yourself around. Now, if you end up facing away from me, just flip yourself to the other end of the mat so that you can still see the screen. We're going to take our left arm to the ceiling. Come to your fingertips on your right hand. So a nice long line between the arms. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, lift yourself up using that left side of the waist to come up nice and tall, and then stretch out the right side. Come all the way up. And then tipping over, can you just land lightly on your fingertips? So then as you come up, you're not pushing through your hand, you're using those obliques to come up and over. 2 more like that. Tilt and lift. Breathing here. Exhale up. Inhale down. Last time. Exhale up. Inhale over. We're going to windmill that left hand back to the floor. Your right arm is up to the, right arm to the floor, left arm to the ceiling. Now if this is too much on your hand, come to your fist. You're also welcome to come to your forearm if you need to, but it will be a little bit Orkies. So maybe hand or fist is better. So from here, we're going to push down through this left foot, your extended leg. We're going to push into that side waist and lift your right knee. Tap your toes out to the front. Lower it down. Tap out. Lower down. If this is too much for you, I want you to hold it and just think about lifting that right leg. So your knee might even move, but I want you to think of your hip lifting away from the floor. So it's like a little lift. Little lift. Supporting through that shoulder, and if you can, stepping out and in. Just for 2. Last one, can you hold it? Bring your left hand to the floor. Step that right foot back. Find your plank. Beautiful. Hips lift high. Pedal through the feet. And then take your left leg to ceiling. Bring that knee in towards your elbow. Send it back. Knee to elbow. Send it back. Knee to elbow. Send it back. Last one, knee to elbow. Bring your left knee to the floor. Left hand down underneath your shoulder. Come to your left fingertips. And then exhale, lift up and over. I'm just going to turn around so that you can see what I'm doing. And then taking a nice big tilt over. So it's exhale up, inhale over, exhale up, inhale over. Landing lightly on the fingers. 2 more. Last one. Come all the way up and over, holding here. So left hand down nice and firmly on the floor, right foot pressing into your mat. Draw the belly in, left side waist lifts as you kick the left leg out, tap and lower. Tap and lower. Let's do 4. Remember, you've got the option of just lifting the knee, tapping it down. Last 2. Last one. Beautiful, let's take it out. Bring that hand down, step your left foot back, find your plank. Beautiful. Pedal through the feet. I'm going to spin myself back around the other way so we're all facing the same direction. Hips nice and high. For 3, for 2. Take your right leg to the ceiling again. 3-legged dog. Maybe bend your knee, open your hip. And then knee comes into the chest. Step your foot down to the floor in between the hands. Slowly lifting the arms, chest nice and long. So spine long, long diagonal through the body. Let's tap the left foot. In, back, in, back. Arms reach long, leg goes long. For 5, 4, 3, keep the belly in, keep the chest pitching forward. Next time you bring it in, hold it here. Lift the arms, lift the chest. Left arm back, right hand forward. Lift it back to center. Find that lunge. Tap it in. Step it back. Tap it in. Tap it back. In. In. We'll do 3. For 2. Last one, hold it. Reaching up, lift the leg. Windmill the arms, rotate to your left. Find center. Take it back, hold your lunge. Last one, let's tap it in. Back, in, back. For 3, for 2. Last one, hold, lifting up, open, center, step it back, hold it. So here, we're going to bring that left hand down to the floor. Then if you can, lifting up to the ceiling with that leg. Tap it down, lift it up. Tap it down, lift it up. So your right glutes are supporting you here. Really ground down through that right foot. Can you get your hand to come all the way to the floor? Make sure that left leg goes back nice and long. Let's do 3, for 2. Whew. Last one, bring it up and hold it. Toes to the floor. Let's bend the knees and stretch. Little squat down and stretch. 4, 3, 2. Last one, reach to the ceiling. Bend this time into a chair pose. So a little tuck of the tailbone, draw the belly in. Chest is still lifted, so make sure you're not folding, rounding through the spine. Little pulses here. For 8, for 6, for 4, 3, 2, let's add a twist. Elbow to opposite thigh, center. Opposite thigh, center. For 4, for 3, for 2, last one, find center. Open the arms, step the left foot out to the side, step it in. So it's a little side tap, and in. Tap it out, bring it in. Just for 3, for 2. Last one, sweep the leg back, find that nice long lunge. Hands come to the floor. Right foot sweeps back, 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip, flushing out that thigh and that hip. And then release down, pedal through the feet. Straight to the other side, left leg extends. Beautiful, ripple forward. Bringing your knee in, sweep it back. Try to remember what we did on the other side. Bring it in, sweep it back. One more time, bring it in, step it in. Find your lunge, nice long diagonal. May have done a little bit of extra movement there, that's okay. All right, so we tap it in and back. Tap it in, tap it back. Big swing of the arms. Let's do 4, 3, for 2. Bring it in on 1, reach up. Left hand forward, right arm back. Bring it back to center, lunge. Tap it in. Tap it back, tap it in, tap it back. For 3, for 2. Last one, hold it, lifting, opening, find your balance. Remember, toes can always just come to the floor here if it's too much to balance. Find center, last step, we tap it in, tap it back. Tap it in, tap it back. Just for 4, for 3, last 2, bring it in, hold it, lift it here, open, and lift. Beautiful, we take it back. Left, right hand to the floor, lift all the way up. Big lunge, find that balance. Down and up, woohoo, down and up, down and up. Let's do 3, for 2. We're going to hold the balance on 1. Lovely, toes come down. We step it out, step it in. So right leg out and out and in. Just for 4. Left glute should be on fire. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Sweep it back. Find your lunge. Hands to the floor. Sweep that left leg back. 3-legged dog. Maybe bend the knee, open the hip. Foot to the floor, pedal through the feet. For 3, for 2. Last one here, ripple forward, plank, shoulders over wrists. You can pull your knees to the floor if you like. So options, modified plank, 4-point kneeling, or full plank. Modified plank, you're gonna hold it, just lifting the belly. If you're in your 4-point kneeling, you might go for a little horse kick, squeezing the glutes, lifting the toes, keeping the knee bent. If you're in your plank, again, you can hold. You can go for a tiny little lift and lower of the hips, little lift, little lower, make it really small, like someone's poking you in the belly button. Or if you've got the energy, little mountain climber. So knees pull into the chest or crisscross to the opposite elbow. We've got 8. So whichever option you're taking, if you're just holding your plank, keep breathing for 4, 3, 2, hold your plank. Awesome. Drop the knees, find your child's pose, take your fingers, maybe circle the wrists. And then slowly rounding up. Swing your legs out from behind you and bring them out in front of you here on your mat. Sitting up nice and tall. From here, let's just start to roll ourselves down onto your back. Now, once you land, make sure your head is actually on your mat. So if you're not, obviously, wiggle yourself down. We're going to bend our knees, feet to the floor. So here I want you to think of the spine being nice and long, drawing the belly in towards the spine, almost like it's being pulled through the back of your t-shirt through to the floor. Feet hip distance apart. Relax the shoulders. Let's go for an exhale and lift that right leg to tabletop. Tap it down. Left leg lifts and taps. Now when you lift to tabletop, watch you're not pulling your knee into your chest. It's directly over your hip. Now this is your first option. Your second option is to exhale to lift both legs to tabletop, watching you then don't overarch through your back. So keep drawing the belly down, knees over hips, and then you tap the toes down and up, down and up, down and up. Nice. If you need to, you can always bring your hands, like the heel of your hands to your hip crease. Have your fingers kind of vertical, and then you'll know that you're not bringing your knees back towards your chest because your hands are literally stopping your thighs. Yeah? All right. 4, 3, for 2, keep drawing that belly down. Last one, holding here. So either legs in tabletop or knee or feet are on the floor. Either way, we're all going to extend the right leg long, lift it straight up, and bend. So leg extends, lift straight up, and bends. Extend, lift, and bend. So you're extending straight up, lifting straight up, bending down. So if your feet are on the floor, it looks like this. All right, let's keep going. Last 4. Keep drawing that belly in. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Come to center, holding here. Awesome. Bring your hands behind your head. Interlace the fingers. I want you to use your head and your hands, pulling yourself up into an abdominal curl. Notice if you're pulling on your head, can you use your abdominals to do it? So pulling's not quite the right word, but drawing yourself up, keeping your head heavy in those hands. Beautiful. From there, I want you to reach around, grab a hold of your shins, hug your knees in towards your forehead, curling up like a little ball, and then very carefully extending yourself long. So if you can, opening the legs a little wider, open the arms wider, coming into like a little starfish, and then I want you to slowly lift up, pull yourself into that little ball. Now if that is too much for your hips and your back, I want you to take the legs long and high, and then bring it in. Legs long and high, bring it in. Let's do 3. The lower your legs go, the more challenging this will be for your back and your abdominals. So just go to whichever point you can. Next time you go long, hold it. Now if your legs are long and high, or you start to bend the knees, lower the feet to the floor and then extend your legs. Otherwise you're lowering your legs down low, reaching long. Bend your right knee, extend it to the ceiling. Exhale, lifting up, grab the hold of the back of your right leg, hugging your knee and your forehead together. Choice here. You can let go of the leg and roll yourself up. Use your arms if you need to. Or you're going to grab a hold of the leg, lift your left leg up, and then pull yourself up. Try to pull your thigh to your chest. And then slowly round forward. And we all find a nice big stretch. Beautiful, rolling down. Last time. Left knee bends, extends. Grab a hold of the back of your leg. Your choice to modify here, whichever one you want to do. If you're lifting that right leg, hover it now. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Slowly lift yourself up, pull your thigh to your chest. And then fold over the legs. Slowly round yourself up. Bringing the feet together, I'm just going to spin around. Feet together, finding a little butterfly. Go for a little flutter of the thighs. Taking one more breath. And then just slowly start to walk the hands forward, stretching out the back body. Taking one more breath, letting the head relax. Slowly rolling up. Extend your legs out long in front of you. Take your right arm down by your side. Go for a nice big side stretch. Come all the way up and over. Left hand down, right arm up and over. And coming all the way up. Slowly roll yourself back down onto your back. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Hug your left knee in towards your chest. Keep your tailbone nice and heavy on the floor. Maybe using your right hand to press your right thigh away from you. You can also do this with your left foot on the floor if that's enough of a release for your right glutes. Totally fine, that left leg can stay grounded. Taking one more breath. And then cross your right thigh all the way over your left. Open your arms nice and wide if you've got the space, and take your knees to the left and take your gaze to the right. Try to keep the shoulders heavy. Legs just naturally heavy, try not to force them down. Taking one more breath. And come back through center. Uncross the legs and switch it over. So left ankle and right thigh. Holding here if you want to, otherwise picking up that left knee, hugging it into the chest. Maybe gently pressing your left thigh away from you. So you can use your left hand or your left elbow. Tailbone heavy. Connect to your breath. Taking one more big inhale. And exhale. Slowly lower your right foot to the floor. Left thigh crosses over right, arms nice and wide. Knees fall to the right, gaze to the left. Feel free to close down your eyes. Really start to tune into the body. Noticing how you are feeling. Maybe not just physically, maybe also how you're feeling internally, emotionally, mentally. Slowly come back through center, uncrossing the legs, and then just taking your feet together, letting the knees fall nice and wide. Hands can come down by your side to the belly, the rib cage, maybe one hand to heart center. Seeing if you can start to really encourage the body to soften down as you connect to the inhalation and your exhalation. We'll take 2 more breaths here together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. On this last breath, you might want to extend the legs long, reach your arms overhead, just watching if there's a wall behind you, and stretch from your fingertips to toes. And then exhale, just let everything go. When you're ready, make your way up. No need to rush. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear any feedback, any issues you might have had with sound. I'm going to try and fix that before I put this all online. I'm hoping to try and figure out if I can get my camera to run for longer than 20 minutes, which is why I'm doing this all on my phone at the moment. But yeah, I look forward to hearing from you, and let me know if you want to do any live classes, so actually at a specific time. I'm more than happy to organise that for you guys as well. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.